Recording in progress.
So we have covered bachcho return of income chapter also. Some small discussion we can do that. Okay. This one. Tax on updated return. Quite lengthy. Not that much actually. We'll cover it up. Hardly 5 minutes. Chalega? All of you? Do you see a difference in the font? In point number 19 and point number 20? Do you see any difference? It is italics. Okay. Anyway, they try at times to keep the amendment highlighted somehow. Okay. Let's start, everybody. So tax on updated return. Everybody ready? Now they are not using the word bachcho revised return. They are using the word updated return. Now what is updated return? Just let us quickly go through that also. Pay attention. Now 139, pay attention bachcho. 139, 1. You want a quick revision? 139, 1 was what? Original due date. 139, 1. Belated was 139, 4. Revision bachcho 139, 5. Agreed everybody? And even if revision or even if belated, the latest date was what bachcho? 31st December. Hi Anna, everybody. December 23. So as such, after the end of the year, how many months you get to finalize your return? 9 months. Okay, either as belated or either as revised also. But practically, bachcho, also I told you, TDS data, TDS credit and all of that, that may take a little bit more time or no? To be reflected. Do you remember or no, everybody? Hai na? So as such, it's still, bachcho, you don't get sufficient time. Check na, I think that last date was what? 15th what? June, I think? 15th June na? To get your TDS certificates. Hai na bachcho? So as such, you are already reaching in half of June. And after that, maximum by December, bachcho, you have to file all your returns, etc. So the point is, we get very less time. In general or overall, bachcho, we get very less time to file the returns. Clear to all of you? So even if you have filed the returns, either as whatever returns, okay, original, related, whatever, you have revised, not revised, you should still get some chance to update the return. Chalega? You should still get bachcho more chance to update the return. Now if at all you are updating the return, you are not using 139.5. You are not bachcho using 139.5. Okay? Fine till here? And since if at all you are updating and there comes a case, the tax is still payable, then bachcho, what will happen? Interest, etc. can also come into picture. Clear to all of you? What is the point of view? 139.4 and 139.5 gives a very less amount of time to do the compliances. So an entity should be or a assessee should be given more time to update the return by paying voluntarily extra whatever interest or taxes applicable. Clear till here? Are ha? So after this bachcho 140B, I'll jump to total income. That is the next chapter. So last part was remaining of 140B. Okay. It is to avoid litigation. Now understand na bachcho. If by 31st December 23, whatever ITR you have filed, okay, you did not get the chance to revise also whatever, you have filed it. And immediately here onwards what happens is, if the department finds out, and after this, or department which issues a notice, it becomes a case of undisclosed income or hidden income and this and that. Again, unnecessary burden. Just because assessee did not get sufficient time to check his return again properly. So he should be, after this time also, he should be given some more time to rectify in a way. So we are going to call it as update the return. So let's go. So payment of tax, additional tax, interest, fees before furnishing updated return. If no return is furnished earlier at all, when no return is filed under 139.1 or 139.4, clear? To file for the first time, you have only these two options. Remember or no? 135 is revision. To revise, you should have first of all filed. So you have 139.1 or 139.4. Okay. So where no return has been filed under 139.1 or even 139.4. Clear? Okay. No return has been furnished by an assessee and tax is still payable. Problem? Problem. On the basis of updated return to be furnished, you can file it under section 139.8A. Both bachcho not done. After that, then what is available? Tell me. 139.8A. Okay. On the basis of updated return filed under 139.8A, the assessee would be liable to pay such a tax together with interest and fees payable under any provision of this act for any delay in furnishing the return or any default or delay in payment of advance tax, along with payment of additional tax computed under section 140B(3). Okay, along with payment of additional tax. So understand what they're trying to say. 234A, B, C will be applicable. Do you remember 234 ABC? All of you. Advance tax, delay in advance tax. That will be automatically available. 234, that will be applicable. 234F, do you remember? 234F, in this fees, penalty for non-filing of return before 139.1 or even 139.4 due date. All of you, clear till here? Apart from that extra tax bachcho, additional tax under section 140B(3), that you have to pay before filing the return. Okay, all of you? The tax payable is computed after taking into consideration, obviously bachcho, all the taxes paid as advance tax, TDS, TCS, any relief under section 89 and your tax credit. Okay, any tax credit. The return has to be accompanied by proof of payment of such tax. That is okay. That is obviously common sense, that you have paid those taxes. No, Divya. Another 2-3 days. Okay, all of you? If return is furnished earlier, 140B(2), pay attention, everyone pay attention now. Where return of income under 139.1 or 4 or 5 has been furnished. This is okay. 1 original, 4 belated, 5 revised. Okay, has been filed. So when you say has been furnished or filed, means what? Everything was done before 31st December 23 or no? Done, no? Okay. And tax is payable. And still tax is payable. On the basis of updated return to be furnished under section 139.8A, the assessee would be liable to pay such tax together with interest payable under any provision of this act for any default or delay in advance tax, along with additional tax of 140B(3), as reduced by the amount of interest paid in the earlier return. If at all you have paid any interest earlier, okay, that will be reduced. So basically you have to do the additional tax calculation as per 140B(3). Then the tax payable has to be computed after taking into account same thing, all the credits, okay, the amount of relief or the credit for which it has been already taken in the earlier return, TDS, TCS, okay, and your tax credits. Therefore, the tax would be increased by the amount of refund if any issued already in respect of such earlier return. That means, let us say you filed the return bachcho up to 31st December 23, original, belated or revised. Yes, till here. And immediately in the next month, etc., the department, on basis of your return, the department has also issued the refund. However, later on you realized there are still some errors or there is still some tax payable. So first of all, you need to refund that amount also which the assessee has received. कुछ समझ रहा है या bouncer? All of you. The point is, the return is not final, even if you have filed it. And assessee bachcho voluntarily wishes to give more details. And when he wishes to give more details bachcho, there is a case of tax payable. Okay? There is more tax yet to be paid. So associate can voluntarily pay more taxes as per the current data which he can furnish even after 31st December 23. Okay, how? By using बच्चों 139(8)(a). Yes, till here? Everybody okay till here? अरे हाँ या ना? Should we check बच्चों 139(8)(a then? चलेगा? Have they given or not given in the textbook? Just quickly check. Just a minute, let me just quickly check.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Yes. So this is your amendment, bachcho. Star mark this. Come to page 10.15. Amendment. Ready? All of you okay? Option to file updated return of income 139(8)(a). Ready, bachcho? Any person may furnish, may furnish an updated return of his income or the income of any other person in respect of which he is assessable. Same thing, clubbing. For the PY relevant, for the PY relevant to the AY at any time within 24 months from the end of the relevant assessment year. PY बच्चों 22-23 है ना everybody? AY is what? 23-24. It will get over on what? 31st March 24. अरे हाँ, the AY from here बच्चों you are getting 2 years. That is 31st March 26. Right on this बच्चों come on. From end of AY ना. Yes, Celia? You have 2 years to file the updated return. Alright? This is irrespective of whether or not he has furnished a return. So even if not furnished, he still has bachcho chance. So after 31st December 23, the option which he has up to this is 139(8)(a). Agreed or no, all of you? If not filed at all, and even if filed but you want to give further more details, then again you have same option 139(8)(a) up to 31st March 26. Yes, still all of you? समझा ना? Clear? This is irrespective of whether or not he has furnished a return under section 139(1) or 139(4) or 139(5) for that AY. Clear all of you? Let's go ahead everybody. For example, AY for 23-24, you can be filed but up to 31st March 26. Clear? Then non-applicability, star mark important, of updated return, where you cannot file updated return. The provisions of updated would not apply if the updated return of such person, okay, if the updated return of such person for that AY is a loss return, means after the year is over, you are showing that it was actually a loss, not allowed, okay. Then has the effect of decreasing the total tax liability determined already, okay. Now whatever you had filed 139(1), 4 or 5, compared to that you are showing lower tax liability, not allowed, okay. Or same thing, increasing tax liability payable, okay, or results in refund or increases the refund due on the basis of already filed 139(1), 4 or 5. Yes, children, all of you? Clear? So loss return not allowed, then decreasing tax liability not allowed, or increasing refund bachcho also not allowed. Yes? So this is not a beneficial return. It is in fact bachcho to avoid litigation which the assessee has missed on sharing with the department Fine till here, all of you. Is it okay? Online, all okay? Online walo? Whoever are online right now, YouTube. Can we go ahead, everybody? Circumstances in which updated return cannot be furnished. No updated return बच्चों can be furnished by any person for the AY where an updated return has been furnished by him under this subsection for the relevant AY means what? That is cannot file updated return twice. Did you understand or no? Okay, Indrajit. Cannot file updated return twice. No updated return बच्चों can be furnished by any person where okay an updated return has been furnished by him under this subsection है कि नहीं for that AY or clear till here or any proceeding or for assessment or reassessment or recomputation etc revision is pending or has been completed. Pending means going on or completed for that AY. So assessment is over. Then बच्चों he cannot file any updated return. Assessment is over or is in progress. So who are we encouraging? That is why I am trying to tell you that in your mind. I mean keep it in your mind. That is voluntarily before anything starts, any kind of assessment or assessment started but then closed also. Then you don't have the option to file बच्चों updated return. It has to be voluntarily before any of the assessment starts. Clear all of you? Check. Note, there are other situations also in which updated return cannot be furnished. For example, where prosecution, direct बच्चों case, jail, prosecution proceedings are initiated. That means you are found guilty and after that some penalty proceedings have been started. Again that time you cannot file updated return. Okay. So understand. Pay attention. So let me write on here. Up to 31st December 23, you had shown profit, and after this, bachcho, you show loss. Is it allowed? Tell me. After this is 139.8A. Allowed or not allowed? Tell me. Not allowed, because it has impact of effect of what? Reducing tax liability. Not allowed बच्चों. अरे हाँ या ना? Clear till here? Then if there is already loss of 1,000, then you are showing बच्चों 2,000 rupees as loss. चलेगा? No. Increase of loss not allowed बच्चों. अरे हाँ या ना? Clear till here? Increase of loss again refund not allowed. Same thing. But earlier you had shown loss and now you are showing profit. Does that result into increase of liability or no? Will that be allowed? This will be bachcho allowed. Clear till here all of you? Okay, so it is, there has to be liability on the taxpayer, only then bachcho you can file 139.8A. Okay. In a way bachcho it is from protection of undisclosed income, no? Because he is voluntarily declaring it even after the due date. Updated return can be filed if original is a loss and this is a return of income, means positive. If any person has a loss in any year and has furnished a return of loss 139.3 na? On or before your 139.1 due date, he shall be allowed to furnish updated return if such updated return is a positive income. है ना? It is a return of income, not return of loss. Example, if X has furnished loss, yes, on 31st May, then obviously बच्चों it is within 131 due date, no? है कि नहीं? This should have been AY 2023. Something they have gone wrong or what? Whatever. AY 2023, हाँ ठीक है. Consisting of 5 lakhs as loss, he can furnish an updated return for AY 2023. This बच्चों plus 2 years if such this return is a positive income, है ना? He has shown बच्चों currently right now loss, no? Loss of 5 lakhs. Okay? Fine all of you? अरे हाँ, इंद्रजीत ओके, अक्षय ओके, updated return to be furnished for subsequent previous year in case 4 above. This one. If the loss or any part thereof carried forward under chapter 6 or unabsorbed depreciation carried forward under section 32(2), that is the loss return, no? Or tax credit carried forward, even this way also will understand. 115 JD we have, we'll see this carried forward is to be reduced for any subsequent year as a result of furnishing बच्चों positive income, है ना? As a result of furnishing of updated return of income for such previous year, an updated return is required to be furnished for each of such subsequent year. That means for the next years also you'll have to update the return. Okay. Let me give you an example. Let us say PY 22-23. Chalega? You had shown loss. PY. Now understand. Be very careful. 23-24. You had shown profit. PY 24-25. You had shown bachcho profit. Whatever it is. हाँ या ना? Clear? Please understand. Now this profit which you are showing in 23-24, okay, it is after adjustment of this loss. Are you getting my point or no? अरे हाँ या ना बच्चों? Fine. Yes, Silio. Understand. Now please try to understand. Did you understand? This loss got carried forward in the next year, है ना? So this year when you are showing this profit now, this profit is coming after adjustment of the earlier loss. है ना, carried forward loss. Now normally PY 23-24, normally what is the maximum normal ITR due date of 139, 1, 4 and 5? हाँ या ना? Tell me, did you understand? Normal 139 is there, obviously July etc. But 139 and 139 whatever you can returns you can file. It is up to 31st December 24. Agreed? अरे हाँ या ना बच्चों? ओके टिल हियर. Tell me, clear or no? So this also ITR you had filed. This also बच्चों let us say ITR you had filed. Yes? Fine till here. What is the due date बच्चों for this year's 139.8A for PY 22-23? Give me year also. Obviously I want year. I am giving you multiple years here purposely. Correct? Mansi. 31st March 26. Are you getting my point or no? Mansi, Khushbu, Nitin, Indrajit, Akshay. $139.8A due date for PY 22-23 is what? It is PY, Indrajit. Purposely bachcho had written PY. What is 139.8A? End 31st March, or you can 24 months from the end of AY. From the end of AY, na? So for PY 22-23, AY is 2024. And bachcho from 31st March 24, 2 years, 31st March 26. अरे हाँ या ना बच्चों? इंद्रजीत, ओके टिल हियर. इंद्रजीत, नितिन, अक्षय, खुशबू. अरे हाँ बच्चों. So understand here. Let us say my due date is 31st March 26. As on 1st March 26 also I can file the return. As on 1st March 26 बच्चों also I can file the return. And बच्चों as on 1st March 26 I am saying. Okay. I say this loss was wrong. This loss is बच्चों in fact profit. Are you getting my point or no? Will this case have an impact in 23-24 filed return or no? The return is already filed बच्चों on 31st December 24. Hey Ma, Mataji, are you understanding? Akshay, Khushbu, Nitin, Indrajit. Bouncer? Got it? Good. Basically, for this year, whatever is your normal ITR due date, after that also there is a possibility to rectify. I'm using the word rectify, but to update earlier year's return. Now, if you're updating, you're converting that, let us say, loss into profit. Obviously, even this will increase the profit of this year now. इंद्रजीत समझा? नहीं समझा. खुशबू, Akshay, how much you understood? Tell me. Got it? खुशबू किधर गई? खुशबू सो गई. खुशबू स्लीपिंग, हाँ? You're trying to understand, is it खुशबू? You're trying to understand. ठीक है.
Recording stopped.
I'll just not make it more complicated. I'll just remove. अब ध्यान दो. I'll just remove 24-25. चलेगा? Okay. Those who understood? Okay, fine. Others just pay attention. Pay attention. I'll just give you an example.
Recording in progress.
Let us say in PY, first of all, please be careful. I have written here the PY, not AY. है ना? PY बच्चों, here I have shown rupees 1 whatever crore as loss. चलेगा? And it is to be carried forward. I have filed the return. Okay? I have filed, let us say 139 whatever 3 only. So 139.1 I have filed. Let us say I filed on 15th whatever July 23. Is it okay? ITR has been filed. Can I carry forward this loss or no? Yes, I can carry it forward. Okay. In 22, 23, pay attention. My profit before set off, let us say, is rupees 5 crore. So net profit is how much on which I am paying taxes. This 1 crore loss will be adjusted. हाँ या ना? So I am paying tax on 4 crore. This must you understand. Everyone is with me. Tell me. Kushbu. So in 23-24 TY, I paid tax on 4 crores. Let us say, है ना? Here also, let us say I filed ITR under 139.1. Let us say same date I filed 15th July, but now 24. Is it okay? Let me just keep a different date, otherwise you will be confused. Fine? Alright. Now, PY 22-23 is which AY? 23-24. This is AY 24-25. Fine till here? Understand, okay? Now we are in the concept of 139.8A. So every year you get only one chance, or once you will get a chance for a year to file updated return. Chalega? Now if you understand the timeline over here, what is the due date of 139.8A for any year? It is 2 years from the end of the AY. This must have you seen or no, read or no, or written or no? It is what, bacho? 2 years from the end of the AY. End of AY is what? March 24. Agreed or no? All of you okay? So what is the 139.8A due date? Due date over here. Okay? Fine till here. Now I am telling you, pay attention. This is your first situation. This is done. Then this is also done. You have filed a return on 20th July 24. This is done. Correct till here? After that, I am talking about this period now. Hai na? Within this period I am talking about. Hai na? You found out that there was an error in this loss. Are you getting my point? So you rectified. Let us say you have filed or updated. Filed. I'm writing a filed. Let us say on 1st March 26. I am allowed or not allowed, Kushbu? I am allowed. On 1st March 26, I am allowed because that 139 over there 80 was due date. I am writing here due date. Actually filed, let us say 1st March. I am allowed. I rectified or updated the return saying that my loss is not 1 crore. In fact, it was profit only of 2 crores. Chalega? I am allowed. I am allowed. Voluntarily, bachcho, yes, I am allowed. Okay? I am allowed that. But now, since I am changing the income, let us say from loss to positive income, it will have an impact on the return already filed or no for the subsequent year. Kushbu, subsequent year means PY 23-24. Understood? What income I'll show for 23-24 now? I'll show bacho properly 5 crore instead of 4 crore. And that bacho even for 20 this PY, my 139 8 due date is 8 due date is what bacho? What is when is my year ending? 25th, na? So 31st March 27. Okay or no? Everybody okay till here? Up to that period, I should also update this year's return saying that my profit is not 4 crore, my profit is 5 crore. That is the impact. Clear? So for each such subsequent years, wherever there might be a change or updation is happening, simple logic, updation is happening after the next year's return have been filed. Can you see in this example? Updation is happening to a year after the returns of the next years have been filed. So we have no option but to update the next year's returns also. Understood? Khushbu clear? Bachcho okay till here? है ना? Good. Can you go ahead now? So 139 8A bachcho has been covered. Come to 140B then again. This again, can you cover 194H? So 234H, time pass. Again, fees हो बच्चों. Wait, लिख रहा. अच्छा, Indrajit is writing. Okay, what will you understand? But ठीक है, try. You can write. If you want, ठीक है, I'll give you to write down. Okay, Indrajit, hold on.
Recording stopped.
Once you're done writing, let me know. Done? Okay. सोनू गुप्ता कैसे हो भाई? सोनू गुप्ता भी आ गया मजे लेने को. कैसे हो? ऐसा क्या डीबी लगा लिया तूने सोनू? सब आ रहे क्या आज?
Recording in progress.
डन लिया. चलो लेट्स चेक 140B. $140B3. Star mark here because everywhere they were discussing about tax calculated as per 140B3. This will be in a way a final tax liability, na? Correct, no? No, Nitin is also there. Acha, great. Where are you, Sonu? Kidhar ho? Additional income tax payable at the time of updated return. The additional income tax payable at the time of furnishing updated return under section 139(8)(a) would be, okay? 139(8)(a) clear now? 25% of total tax. Additional, we are discussing additional. 20% total tax and interest payable as determined above if such return is furnished after the expiry of time available under 139(4) or 139(5) and before completion of period of 12 months from the end of the AY. Over there also they have to put slabs. Earlier the better. More late, more fees. Or 50% of aggregate of tax and interest payable. Whatever the total tax payable of that extra tax you have to pay. Are you getting my point or no? That means 100 rupees you have to pay overall with plus interest. You will have to pay actually how much? 125 to file this return. Okay, of 139(8)(a). Are you getting my point? This is possible when you have filed within the first year. First year means what, bachcho? You have total 2 years or no from the end of the AY. समझा या bouncer? Pay attention. Let us say PY, I hope you remember, PY we are doing 22-23, है ना? So AY we are doing बच्चों 23-24. That is, it will get over on, let's say 1/4/23 to 31st March 24. Hi Anna. From here you have 2 years. Yes or no? For 139(8)(a). But here we have 2 years now. So let us say 31st March 25 and then 1 more year. Clear till here? If you file within this time period, okay, then how much liability? Extra how much बच्चों? 25%. अरे हाँ या ना? Of tax and interest. But if you file in this second half, then how much बच्चों? Extra 50% of tax and interest. Write down this if you want. In the first part if you do, okay, it is extra 25%. In the second half if you do, or second year if you do, extra 50%. Understood or no? Write down.
Recording stopped.
इंद्रजीत समझा? हो गया बच्चों के नहीं? इंदू डन, गुड. आगे बढ़े तुम लोग, हो गए नहीं ऑनलाइन?
Recording in progress.
So the additional income tax payable at the time of furnishing updated return will be 20% of aggregate of tax and interest payable, है ना? Here also बच्चों 50% of aggregate tax and interest payable as determined above, है ना? If it is furnished बच्चों within the last 12 months, है ना? Interest under section 234B. Remember what is 234B बच्चों? A, B, C, B 90% ना? If the total tax paid during the year is less than 90% of the total tax payable, okay? So interest under section 234B, where earlier return has been furnished, okay? In case where an earlier return has been furnished, interest payable under 234B has to be computed, okay, on the assessed tax, or as the case may be on the amount of by which the advance tax falls short of the assessed tax, on the balance, na? On the exactly balance. Assessed tax means tax on the total income as declared in the updated return to be furnished under section 139(8)(a) after taking into consideration reliefs, the amount of relief for tax liability in 140(a)(1), the credit for which has been already allowed in the earlier return, then TDS, TCS, which has TDS and TCS, which is taken into account in computing total income and which has not been included in the earlier return. So new one after taken into consideration. No? And any tax credit claimed to set off in accordance with 150 JD, which has not been claimed in the earlier return. So if it has not been claimed in the earlier returns, but you can claim it now, okay, for calculating the assessed tax income. They should give some examples if we have, otherwise whatever theory we have from that, on that basis we can just go ahead, okay. Guidelines, CBT has power बच्चों to compute guidelines. I'll try Indrajit, I'll see if we have, otherwise in that reference book we'll have to see Ahuja Gupta, okay. Competition additional income tax. Tax will include surcharge as well as cess by whatever name called. Interest payable will be interest chargeable under any provision of this act on the income as per updated return, as reduced by interest paid if any in the earlier return. But the interest paid in the earlier return will be taken as nil if no return has been furnished at all. If no return was filed earlier, then interest paid we will take it as nil. But if it was paid something earlier, then that will be reduced from interest payable. And lastly, 234A, whatever, let us check. We'll see some example. If we get, we'll check, okay. Where no earlier return has been furnished, 139(1)(4) not done. The interest payable under 234A. What is 234A? When does 234A start? Do you remember? Can you tell me? When does 234A start? Tell me. बोलो. Anybody? Nobody? 234A, when does it start? Correct. Next day of the ROI due date. Next day of the ROI due date. Remember, 234C बच्चों within the year. 234C. 234B बच्चों from 1st April. And 234 बच्चों A from your next date of ROI due date. Yes. in case where no earlier return has been furnished. The interest payable under section 224A has to be computed on the amount of tax of the total income as declared under 138A in accordance with the provisions 1A of 140A. That is okay. Interest under section 224 if earlier return has been furnished. Interest payable under section 224C, whereas earlier return has been furnished, has to be computed after taking into account income which is shown under this section 139(8)(a). Okay, we'll see what we can have here. From some reference book we'll see, okay, if at all we get some questions, okay, all of you. Otherwise MTP, RTP, whenever they may release, that we will take, okay. But it is at least basic, for a basic MCQ point of view, you can definitely read that section properly, okay. Computation may be tough, we'll have to check that, but due dates are important, 2 years from the end of the AY, and secondly this is also important, which 25% and 50% extra, that is also important now, okay. Chalega. So if at all we get some that question on 140B calculation, that we will see, okay. If not given right now, so don't break your head over it. Chalega? All of you okay? Are haan, all of you? So please read that 139(8)(a) and 140B also again. Okay, all of you okay? So even bachcho, this is your return of income chapter also over, है ना?
Recording stopped.
चालू करें अगला चैप्टर फिर, या ब्रेक चाहिए तुमको? फेस वॉश करते हैं, ओके, और एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, और कुछ बोलो क्या करना है? चालू करें या 10 मिनट में चालू करें, कैसे तुम्हारी मर्जी। मेरे पास नहीं है, क्या नहीं है? फेस वॉश, 5 मिनट का ब्रेक। तुम्हारे भी टेक्स्ट बुक में नहीं है क्या बच्चों? चैप्टर 15। हाँ इंद्रजीत चलेगा। अरे यार वो प्रिंट आउट में रह गया। हे माँ माता जी, वही ये तुम्हारा फिर प्रिंट आउट करवा लो, 15 पेजेस का, ये 15-16 का। फिर ग्रुप स्टडी भी करनी है। वाह बेटा इंद्रजीत, ओके बेटा, ठीक है ना। सी एज ये चैप्टर में हमको सीखना ज़्यादा नहीं है, ओवरऑल 1-2 ही कंसेप्ट है, बट इट इज़ मर्जर ऑफ एंटायर सिलेबस। तो एक क्वेश्चन को बच्चों आधा पौन घंटा लग सकता है, ओके। तो अभी अगर 1 घंटा का टारगेट भी रखते हैं हम लोग, 3:30 से 4:30, तो भी हमारे 2 क्वेश्चन शायद हो सकते हैं। चलेगा? PDF वो अपने क्लास टेक्स्ट बुक में है ना, ड्राइव का तुमको लिंक दिया था वहीं पे है। ठीक है, 3:30 जाओ, वॉक करो। 3:30 पे चलो स्टार्ट। ओके, पंद्रह पेजेस इंद्रजीत यू प्रिंटेड आउट, ऐसा मैंने कहा। दैट PDF फाइल यू हैव ना, इन द ड्राइव लिंक तो यू हैव ना वहाँ से। आ जाओ सब लोग। इंद्रजीत है वो वहाँ पे। चालू करें बच्चों। आउच। ओके, नितिन, खुशबू, मानसी, अक्षय, कमान फटाफट सब लोग। एटलीस्ट 2 क्वेश्चन तो हमको करना है। कमान बच्चों, वी कैन नो और वी नॉट, कैन वी नॉट? रेडी, लेट्स गो।
Recording in progress.
So let's start with the last chapter of income tax. Okay, all of you. Now there is a direct question asked. Question number 1 is compulsory question of income tax paper of around 14 marks. You will get a question from this chapter, and this chapter is nothing as such. We are not learning any new concept in this chapter. The word itself is what bachcho, computation of total income. Means whatever you have learned till now, right from slab rates, undisclosed income, exempt income, agricultural income, residential status, house property, salary, CG, PGBP, IOS, clubbing, set off, carry forward. What else? Chapter 6 deductions. What else? Advance tax, TDS, TCS, everything bachcho, everything will come into picture now. Now everything may not come into one single question, but obviously more than 2-3 chapters can come into single question. Understood? It is like your one big question of accounting you are doing with various adjustments, right? So computation of total income as well as tax liability, but of individuals. So right now, but you don't know anything about HUF, firm, LLP, companies. That we do not have over here, है ना, all of you. So that is what I was telling you. So at inter level, majority you have to compute from individual point of view. Clear earlier? Yes. So I hope at least basics. So you'll have to keep your volume 1 or first chapter also in front of you, okay? And that is okay. This is not a test going on, no? So if required, we will go back and refer to the provisions of the relevant chapters, okay? So keep your volume 1 also, or the first 7 whatever chapters also with you in front of you. Whatever is other thing required, I'll get it done later on at the end, okay? So only 2 concepts have to covered: 115 BAC and your alternate minimum tax. Apart from that, bachcho, directly we are starting with the questions. Chalega? Alright. Right now, bachcho, question number 1. Those who did not get this in your text, in your printed एक मिनिट, हां ना 4:30 होतं रे मला. हां त्याला करतो 4:15ला करतो मी, करतो आता क्लासमध्ये. किती वाजता? पण तो शॉप परत 4-4:30ला येतो ना. तो शॉप परत 4-4:30ला येतो. हां हां तू कर चालेल ना, ठीक आहे. हां बाय. या क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. ओके, रेडी बच्चों? Miss Charlie, an American national, got married to Mr. Radhe of India in USA. Mr. Radhe is Indian. They got married in USA. Okay. On 2nd March 22, make it 22, and came to India for the first time. About Charlie, okay. On 16th March 22. Now, which Miss Charlie became Mrs. No. She remained in India up till 19th September 22 and left for USA on 20th September 22. She returned back to India on 27th March 23. This gives you बच्चों vibes of which chapter? Residential status है ना? Next read बच्चों. हाँ
Recording stopped.
किती वाजता? तसंच येडं येते म्हणजे त्याला बेसिकली एक उशिरा तयार होते अजून नसेल बरं. ठीक आहे चल बघू नंतर मग करू चालेल तू तुझं काम कर मी पण करतो हां बाय.
Recording in progress.
While in India, she had purchased a showroom in Mumbai on 22nd April 22, which has been leased out to a company on a rent of 25,000 rupees per month from 1st May 22. She had taken a loan from a bank for purchase of this showroom, on which bank had charged interest of 97,500 up to 31st March 20. Just a minute. When has she taken it? 23. Okay, 23. Current year. She had received the following gifts from her relatives and friends during 1/4/22 to the 31st March 23. From parents of husband means father-in-law, mother-in-law. From married sister of husband, that is sister-in-law. From two very close friends of her husband, 151 and 21,000 total is 172 from that friends. Okay. Determine her residential status and compute total income chargeable to tax under along with the amount of tax payable. Everything on such income for AY 23-24. Okay, all of you? Any issue as such, bachcho? Overall? Fine, can we start? Right on the first one. What is asked? Her residential status, total income and tax liability. है ना बच्चों? Clear till here? So right now, first part I'm doing. For AY 23-24. Remember बच्चों which columns you used to prepare? The year and the number of days stay in India. है ना? चलेगा? So PY number of days in India. Ready बच्चों? We start from our current year. 22-23. Done till here? (22-23). Check here. What is the story? They got married on 2nd March 22. She came to India for first time on 16th March 22. She remained in India till 19th September 22 and left for USA on 20th September 22. She again came back to India on 27th March 23. Compute बच्चों total number of days in India.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
In the current year, PY 22-23. All the dates are there in front of you. Do you want me to zoom in more? Is it visible? Everything is visible? Correct, no? Chalo solve.
Recording stopped.
Very good, Nitin. Okay, Indrajit. Akshay, calculate. Kushbu, Mansi. How many days in India in PY 22-23? कितना आया? खुशबू, अक्षय, मानसी. ओके अक्षय, ओके मानसी, करेक्ट मानसी, करेक्ट. खुशबू को जाए कि नहीं? होगी कि नहीं तुम्हारी नींद पूरी? ये 183 कहाँ से ला रहे हो लोग? अच्छा ठीक है, फाइन.
Recording in progress.
It is not 181, it is not 183, it is not 177 also, it is 178. Now, why are you taking Bacho 16 March? She came to India. Why are you taking 16 March? We want 22-23. So you should take Bacho what? From 1st April, na? I hope. Okay, others we don't have to take anything of March 22, है ना? So write down. So in the current year, बच्चों, from 1st April 22 she is there, na? Correct? She remained in India up to 19th September, but left for USA on 20th. We take बच्चों 20th, not 19th, because the day of the day of arriving, as well as day of departure, both we have to consider as in India. This we have covered in the national status chapter. Okay, so बच्चों I am taking it up to 20th September 22. Clear till here? And again she came back to India बच्चों on 27th. So 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 5 days of that. But I am writing it and 27th March 23 to 31st March 23. This comes to 178 days. If not sure, calculate. I don't know how you got 181 or 183. Clear all of you? Are हाँ या ना? So April 30, 31, 30, 31, 31 and all of that. And September will take which only 20th. 20. Done till here? 178. Are you getting now, Khushbu, Akshay, Indrajit? 178. Was she there in India in the earlier year 21-22? Yes. She came to India on 16th March, na? Okay. So up to 31st March 22. What will you do? 31 minus 15, 16 days. That is 16 days. And before that, it was always 0. 2021 and 1920. Done? All of you okay till here? Yeah? All of you okay till here? Right on. It is again kind of a revision. There are total how many conditions? 4 conditions. 2 basic, 2 additional. Remember? Basic condition number 1. What do you remember, bachcho? At least how many days in India? In the PY. Come on. 182. Very good. Is it satisfied or not satisfied? Not satisfied since only how many days? 178 days in India. So we also check bachcho basic condition number 2. Remember na? I hope you remember that. At least 60 days in PY, correct or no? And at least 365 days in last 4 years. In last 4 PYs. Yes everybody? अरे बोलो हाँ. Agreed or no? Bacha. Done? Satisfied or not satisfied? Not satisfied. Since only 16 days, no? In last 4 years. Last 4 PYs. And what is our conclusion, Bacho? Since both basic conditions not satisfied, she is what, Bacho? NR. She is non-resident for PY 22-23. Okay. And for NR, Bacho, which income is taxable in India? For NR, Bacho, which income is taxable in India? Accrued or arising in India. Accrued, or you can say received in India. That is Indian income, okay? Next line, only Indian income. Accrued, received in India. It is taxable for NR. Done? All of you? Fine. As it is, they have not given us any of her income from outside India. Okay? Ready everybody? Next line. Second part. Computation of total income of Charlie for AY 23-24. Particulars rupees. Okay. Fine. Particulars rupees. चलेगा? Look at the question and just tell me which all heads of income she has. Which all heads of income she has. Tell me, bachcho, just look at the question.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
HP and iOS? Everybody? Good. HP and iOS. Right? That office rent, whatever she is receiving that, and income from other sources also. In rough, bachcho, give me HP income. In the rough, you can try. Give me HP income first. Even pen drive students, app students, first find out the answer, then again start the video.
Recording stopped.
Oh, sorry. Okay, Indrajit. Others? हाँ देखा इंद्रजीत। कौन कौन है यूट्यूब पे ऑनलाइन? तुम छोड़ के, तुम और मैं, और कौन है पता नहीं। ओके नितिन। खुशबू, अक्षय। ओके खुशबू, अक्षय।
Recording in progress.
यस 95,000 बच्चों इज द करेक्ट आंसर। राइट डाउन, चलो 95,000 राइट डाउन। फर्स्ट वन, इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी। He has given बच्चों, she has given it on from 1st May for 25,000. So rent is बच्चों is received for 11 months, है ना? Actual rent received. $275. 11 months ना? 275 ना then everybody? Correct? There's also a GAV by the way. Less. Deduction under section 24. A standard deduction at the rate of 30%. है ना बच्चों? That is NAV, हाँ. Municipal taxes etc. that is not given to us. That was NAV. Of NAV. How much is this बच्चों? 67,500 is it? Is it right? And less B interest on borrowed capital, right? 30% is correct ना बच्चों? 30% of 82,500 is it? Okay, 82,500 ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है okay. Interest on borrowed capital. How much is that? Even that figure is ready-made given to you current year. Check. 97,500 है ना? Therefore income from house property. Is it 95,000 all of you? Tell me. All okay? बोलो हाँ. Got it? No? All of you? Cool. Second, income from other sources. What all income she बच्चों has from other sources? Gifts only. है ना? Gifts. That is बच्चों received during the year. Her marriage has already happened in March 22. So it is not on the occasion of marriage. Clear till here? It is after marriage received. Okay? So, first one. Income from gifts. है ना बच्चों? Gift. Which section बच्चों for gift? 56 to 10 ना? Remember? 56 to 10. Another first one. From parents of husband. Are they covered or not covered? they are covered बच्चों in the definition of relative. Second, from married sister or husband. Now that sister is married or unmarried, that doesn't matter, na? Sister or husband. Again बच्चों exempt because again relative है ना. Find clear all of you? And what about third one? Friends, 151 and 21 are both taxable or only 151? Both are taxable. It is a category. In that category, बच्चों, if total exceeds 50,000, everything is taxable, entirely taxable. Okay. So gift from friends. It is exceeding rupees how much? 50,000 aggregate. Okay. I'm directly taking that in the outer column. Income from other sources 172. Find clear all of you? Have they given you anything of chapter 6A deduction? Nothing. The gross total income also net total income 95 and 172. How much बच्चों? 267. Tax liability बच्चों how much? Calculate. Kushbu, okay. How much Nitin? Okay. Tax liability. Calculation. Particulars rupees. First one at normal rates. There is nothing as it is but at special rates, है ना? At normal rates. It is 2,65,000. Sorry, 2,67,000 minus 2,50,000 into 5%. That is what 850. Tell me. Do we have anything as special rates? No. Do we have surcharge? No. Do we have rebate? Also no. So add health and education cess at the rate of 4%. Is it 34? बच्चों tell me. So total tax liability. $884 rounded off under section 288B, 880. This must you remember, na, I hope. And small note, bacham, I'm going to write down note over there. Simple. Rebate under section 87A is not allowed or is not applicable for non-resident. है ना? All of you okay till here? Simple? Everybody? Done, everybody, tell me. Let's go ahead now. चलेगा? Question number 4. Question number 4. Ready, everybody? Chalo. Mr. While, let's read the entire question first and let us also read this. Compute this total income. No tax liability, nothing. Taxable income. Okay, everybody? Mr. While carries on his own business income. An analysis of his trading and P&L gives us the following details. The net profit, okay, this profit was 1120. Sorry. The following incomes were credited to his P&L: dividend from UTI, IOS; interest on debentures, IOS; winning from races, IOS. I hope you're understanding. It was found that some stocks were omitted to be included in both opening as well as closing stocks, which were as follows. That means opening was omitted as well as closing was also omitted. These impact we have to give in the opening and closing stock. Rupees 1 lakh was debited to profit and loss account, being contribution to university under 3512 allowed. It is as it is bacho allowed at 100%. It is also debited to P&L, no problem. Salary includes 20,000 to be paid to his brother, which is unreasonable to the extent of 2500. 40A 2, correct na? 40 capital A bracket 2. Bolo. Specific person, correct? Advertisement expenses include 15 gift packets of dry fruits costing 1000 per packet presented to important customers is completely allowed. It is a business expenditure wholly and exclusively for the purpose of business, so no issues. Okay. Total expense on the car was 78,000. Your repairs maintenance. The car, however, was used for both business and personal purposes. 3/4 you can take it as for business. So, bacho of this also, where did it go? So, even if this 70,000 will take 1/4 disallowed, है ना? Because it is not completely for repairs. Then, miscellaneous expenses included 30,000 paid to A&N Company, a goods transport operator, in cash on a single day, 31st January 23, for distribution of company's product to the warehouses. 30,000 bacho paid in cash. What will happen? Allowed, because it is less than 35,000. Depreciation debited to books is 55, and as per income tax is 50. We will disallow 55, we will allow 50. Drawings, have they given it as debited to P&L? No. Drawings are rupees 10,000. Okay, overall. If at all बच्चों they had given it was debited to P&L, then definitely we would have withdrawn that. Okay. An investment in NSC, National Savings Certificate, what is the impact? 80 she. Yes or no, all of you? अरे बोलो. Correct, everybody? Yes. Check here. Yes, there is an issue. An analysis of the trading and P&L reveals the following information. Means what? All the information given to you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever this 8, 9, 10, 11, they are all items of P&L. All are bachcho items of P&L. Okay? So even drawings of 10,000 bachcho will not be allowed. It is not a P&L item, no drawings bachcho. Hai na? Obviously not. And this one, last one also, which one? NSCO is also debited to P&L, even that will not be allowed from P&L. Okay? Can we go ahead, everybody? Chalo, write down. We got total income, na bachcho? At least, but can you look in the question and tell me, does he have PGPP income, iOS income, hai na? These two incomes he has, and chapter 6A. So the main question what is asked is total income. So the main answer will keep it just 5-6 lines short. Okay? Are hai na? So write down. Computation now. Ready? Computation of total income of Mr. Y for AY 23-24. Particulars rupees. If needed, we will use inner column. Yes, all of you? Ready, all of you? First, income from business. Working note 1. Income from other sources. Working note 2. Any other income we have? No. This will be gross total income. Less chapter 6 of reduction. First one, section 80C. Investment in NSC, है ना that? NSC. How much it is? 15,000. That is how we get our net total income. Ready? Main question is basically, if you understood, is only about PGP only. Nothing. There was nothing unique as such overall. Okay, all of you. Write down. So working note 1. So computation of PGBP. Done? चलो particulars rupees. रेडी ऑल ऑफ यू? ओ बच्चों, अरे हाँ, what is the first figure we start with? Net profit, है ना? Write down. Net profit as per P&L. Ready बच्चों? How much it is? 1120 ना? 11,20,000. चलो. What about these incomes? They were credited to P&L. But are they business income? No. I will remove them from credit. Credit बच्चों I am removing. My profit बच्चों will increase or decrease? Removing from credit. So less. Income taxable under other heads. Is it okay, everybody? So, what are the figures? Are dividend income, interest on debentures, and what? Third one, winnings from races. Casual income, na bachcho? $22,000, 17,500, 15,000. Then stock were omitted. Okay, but the stock was omitted. Opening stock was omitted of 8,000. You will give the debit item. Are hi Anna. So you will introduce the debit. You will give the debit. What will happen to my net profit? Again reduce na, less. So less. Unrecorded opening stock. How much? 8,000. Correct? Unrecorded opening stock 8,000. Clear? Exactly opposite, but you add closing stock was not there. So you are giving the closing stock, or you are giving the credit. You are introducing the credit, you are giving the credit, bachcho. My net profit will increase. So add unrecorded closing stock. How much? 12,000. It is add. Done? 12,000. will not give any effect of point number 4. 1 lakh was debited to PNL, which is a contribution to university, which is approved under 35(1)(2). So everywhere you will see here 100% is allowed as deduction. It is also already debited to PNL. So again, no impact we will give because it is allowed as deduction. Okay. So no impact to be given. Next one. Salary includes 20,000 paid to brother, which is unreasonable to the extent of 2,500. So this much will disallow. 2,500 we will disallow. So then add. Expenditure disallow means add. Correct. Excess salary paid to specified person under section 48(2). Correct? Is it right? 48(2). 48(3) was cash and 3A also was cash. No? 2,500 disallowed. Yes, all of you? Done all of you? Arey haan. Ahead. Advertisement expense bachcho completely valid. It is a business expenditure, so no adjustment to be done. Okay. Total expense of car is 78,000, but 3/4 is business, so 1/4 bachcho will be disallowed. Okay, so expenditure will be disallowed. What? Personal part for the car's repairs. Add no. Personal expenditure for car. Okay. 78,000 into 1/4. How much is that? 19,500. Correct. It is add. Miscellaneous bachcho allowed. So again, no adjustment to be done. You can write to anything over there, but as a notes. है ना? Then depreciation bachcho we disallow book depreciation. So add. Depreciation as per books. How much? 55,000. Correct, no? And income tax bachcho we allow, so less. $50,000. Yes, all of you? Drawings. It is debited to PNL. Are हाँ या ना? Will we allow that drawings बच्चों? So disallow. So add. अरे हाँ. Drawings. Since debited to PNL. 10,000. And last part also बच्चों add. Investment in NSC. Not a business expenditure. And it is also debited to PNL. Okay, it is debited to PNL. How much is that figure? 15,000 add. Be careful bachcho with the adds and less. Wherever you have a less, make it a habit to keep it in bracket always. Business income. correct? 11 lakh 21 500. Put that in the main answer. 11 21 500. Next line, working note number 2. We'll run all the notes, don't worry. Basically, you will understand how much time it takes to solve the total income question. Income from IOS, no? Income from other sources. Income from other sources. Ready? Again, particulars rupees. What income bachcho you have? Dividend from UTI. Correct? Now dividend is taxable na bachcho, 22,000. Interest on debentures, 17,500. Winnings from races, 15,000. Give me total. $54,500, correct. है ना? Is there bachcho TDS to be done? Is TDS done on dividend? All of you? Debentures, interest bachcho? Which TDS section comes to your mind? Interest on debentures, interest on securities. What is the threshold limit? 190. Chalo, tell me section. Give me TDS section bachcho on interest on securities. Come on. 193. Threshold limit. Threshold limit 193. All of you answer. $5,000 only. Okay. And even you see winning from resources and all of that, yes. Basically, TDS was there, but it is not given to us in the data. So we'll assume, okay, write down, note, it is assumed that above income are gross income. Understood? Because if at all they would have given us net of TDS, then we'll have to do reverse calculation. Hai ki nahi? All of you okay till here? Again put here 54,500. How much GTI? $64, 74. Okay, 170, so 1176. And minus 15, 61. Yeah, na? Is it right? Okay. Write notes, other notes. Contribution to university is allowed as deduction at the rate of 100%, full stop. Since it is already debited, to P&L, no effort to be given. Second, advertisement expenses. Which one बच्चों that over here they are given advertisement expenses है ना? Is wholly and exclusively for the purpose of business. For the purpose of business, therefore allowed as deduction under section 37. You can see it's allowed, है ना? Third, about that transporter है ना बच्चों, about that transporter, cash up to rupees 35,000 rupees per day paid to transporter is allowed. Therefore, no disallowance. And lastly, since 1/4 of car expenses is personal, correct? Is personal in nature. Pay attention. Therefore, depreciation on car up to 1/4 is also personal. है कि नहीं? Depreciation of car up to the extent of 1/4 is also personal. But have they given us the bifurcation of car's depreciation? बच्चों, how much is the car's depreciation? No. Okay. Therefore, it is assumed that depreciation as per income tax of rupees how much? Depreciation much, how much have taken? 50,000 or 55? Income tax depreciation. Income tax 50,000 or 50,000 of rupees 50,000 already excludes the personal proportion. Yes, children, all of you? Got it? How 1 hour goes, I don't even understand. Sorry. There you go. Try question number 9 for homework. Will you try, बच्चों? All of you. Revise chapter of salary if you want. ठीक है, इंद्रजीत ओके? Only 2 questions I'm taking for this session today right now, बच्चों, as of today. Okay, so that is it for income tax for today. Okay, all of you.
Recording stopped.
Friday onwards I'll take more. I have some again classes going on from 6 to 8 also. I have to go back and take that lecture also. तो कब? फ्राइडे, सैटरडे ऑनवर्ड्स, फ्राइडे तक है। हाँ चलेंगा नलाए को। एंड मंडे ऑनवर्ड्स तो हाँ वही सीन, मंडे ऑनवर्ड्स तो और जल्दी शायद ले लूँगा मैं, देखते हैं 11 बजे, मतलब वही 11 बजे। हाँ इंद्रजीत ले लेता मैं, पर अभी मेरे को और एक लेक्चर भी है इसलिए जाना पड़ेगा, मेरे को जाना भी है ना घर पे। ओके, कल 1-1.5 हफ्ता और नितिन दिन भर बैठेंगे तो कर लेंगे। लॉ को भी 1-1.5 हफ्ता, 1.5 हफ्ता पकड़ो। और ऑडिट ख़त्म करते हैं अपन, ऑडिट मतलब ऑडिट का चैप्टर ख़त्म करते हैं। ऐसे ही करते क्या बोले, फिर रोज़ चलेगा क्या? एटलीस्ट कल परसों भी यही रखते फिर अपन। क्या बोला मैंने, कल भी लॉ ले अपन ऐसे ही टाइम को, लंच के पहले लॉ और दोपहर को टैक्स। और कल तो फिर टोटल इनकम ही रहेगा ना 2 बजे से ही, 2 सवा 2 से, है ना? तो कल भी मेरा क्या लेक्चर है? हाँ 2 लेक्चर है, 11 सवा 11 तक। कल 11:30 को लॉ और फिर 2 सवा 2 बजे का टैक्स चलेगा। टिल 4:35, पौने 5 तक मैक्स यहाँ। अभी मैं कोई क्वेश्चन उठाऊंगा तो उसको 5:15 बन जाएंगे, 5 सवा 5, तो ज़रा सा मेरे को आगे लेट होता है। ये 2 दिन का, फ्राइडे तक की है ये भी, ठीक है? वेडनेसडे थर्सडे फ्राइडे। ओके एवरीबॉडी। चलो एवरीबॉडी, कल सुबह 11:30 बजे लॉग के लिए। बाय बाय देन एवरीबॉडी। रिवाइज करो और क्वेश्चन होमवर्क करो नलायक को। ओके इंद्रजीत, लाइक किया क्या तूने वीडियो? इंद्रजीत कर दे, नहीं किया तो। चलो गाइस, बाय बाय, गुड नाइट, टाटास, बाय बाय एवरीबॉडी, बाय बाय बाय।